Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, we'll be trying to solve a problem count and say on Leetcode. Okay, so count and say is a sequence of digits strings. It's defined by the recursive formula count and say. All right. So basically, what we have to do is we have to find the run length encoding of every single number that adds up to the value of n and merge them all together. Okay, so we'll be explaining what that means. Let's hop on the whiteboard real quick. Okay, now I'll be taking this particular example. Your value of n is equal to 4. Now the answer is 1, 2, 1, 1. Let's see how we got that, okay? So let's take run length encoding of 4. Okay, to get run length encoding of 4, you have to find the run length encoding of 1, 2, 3 as well, along with 4. Okay, so it's basically a recursive thing. You have to start from the bottom and go all the way up. So now this is your base case. For your run length encoding of 1, your answer is 1 itself. As simple as that, okay? Now for your run length encoding of 2, how you get the answer is you have to count the amount of numbers in this. So in your previous answer, you have 1 here, right? And how many times does 1 occur? Once. So your run length encoding over here will be equal to 1, 1, right? Because 1 occurs 1 times, as simple as that. Okay. Now let's find the run length encoding of the next one. So you have to find the run length encoding of 1, 1 now. Now 1 occurs 2 times in this, right? So what can you say? You can put 2, 1 as a run length encoding here. Basically, the number of times that digit occurs followed by it. As simple as that. Okay. Now the run length encoding of 4 will be based on the previous answer that you have, which is 2, 1. So how will you write this? You have 1, 2 and you have 1, 1, right? So the answer will be 1, 2, 1, 1. All right, that's basically how you do this. It's as simple as that. So now let's see as to how we can solve this. Okay, now the primary way as to how we can solve this is that we can just use a loop. Okay, so as I said, if your n's value is 4, you have to find out the run length encoding of every single number from 1 up till 4. Okay, so your first basic loop will be 1 to 4. Okay, so I'll just be taking this I'll just be taking a random string to show you how this works. Okay, like say for example, we have 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, I will say, and 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, a simple example. Now, let's see as to how this works. Okay, how do you find the run length encoding of a sequence? So how do you do that? Okay, now here we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 4, 4. So you have a loop. Okay, your value of count will be equal to 1. Now this value of count will be used to count the amount of times a particular digit occurs. Okay, so we'll start from here. Okay, we start from the first one. Okay, we'll actually start from the first index, okay? Because we have to check with the value behind it as well, if it is same or not. So see, we'll start from here. Counts value by default, it'll be 1 itself, okay? Because the first index we're going to take into account in the beginning itself, so the value of count will be 1 itself. Now we'll check the index we are at right now. Is this number similar to the number before it? It is, right? So that number occurred again. So we can cut the value of count and increment it, right? Then we move forward. We check the same thing. The number we are at now, is it same as the number before it? It is. Then the value of count will again go higher. We'll again go forward inside the loop. Now the loop will come to the last one, right? Is this one same as what we had earlier? It is, right? So the value of count will again go up. So now the final value of count is 4, right? Now the loop will go forward. Now we reach 4. Is 4 the same as the digit that was before it? No, right? 4 is not same as 1. Now this basically means that the sequence of 1 is over, right? So you'll have an answer array with you, ANS. Okay, now this will be used to store the answer what you have. So here counts value is 4. So you can first append the value of count into it. Then you can append the value of this strings I minus 1. So your I is at 4 right now. 4 minus 1, which is basically 1, right? So you get the answer as 4, 1. Why? Because 1 occurred 4 times inside this string, right? As simple as that. Okay, so now your answer is 4, 1. Okay, now we'll reset count to 1 because we came across a new element. Okay, we'll reset the value of count to 1. Now we'll keep on going forward. We come across the next 4. Is it same as This 4, it is. Count's value goes higher. Now we'll go to the next 4. Is this same as the number before it? It is. Count's value goes higher again. Now we'll come across our last 4, right? Is this same as this element? It is. Now the value of count will go to 4. Okay. Now it's like the loop exits, right? So even outside the loop, we'll be checking for the exact same thing. Even outside the loop, once your iteration over the array is over, we'll be doing the same step. We'll be adding your current count to the array. So now count will get added to your array along with the last element of your array, which is 4 in this case, right? So here the run length encoding of this particular array is 4144, right? Because you have 4 ones and you have 4 fours. As simple as that. That's how you solve this problem. Okay, so now let's see as to how we can code this out. All right, yeah. Okay, so let's try and code this out. So initially the value of answer will be equal to 1. Now for I in range, right, 1 to n. Now we have to find the run length sequence of every single number up till then, right? So answer is equal to self dot recur of answer, right? At the end, you can just return answer, right? So now let's create the recur function, right? So it should be outside def recur self answer or self s rather. I'm gonna put it as s to avoid the confusion. Okay. Now your answer will be empty and count by default will be equal to 1. Okay. For I in range 1 to len of s. All right. Now if s of I is equal to s of I minus 1, if so, count plus equal to 1. Right. Otherwise, what can we do? We can just directly add it to our answer. So answer plus equal to string of count, right, plus s of I minus 1. Right. Now the same thing should be done outside the loop as well for your last element. But before that, here I have to set count to be equal to 1 after reset the value of count. Right. Now outside we can add the same thing, but instead of I minus 1, I can just put minus 1 here for the last element. All right. Now at the end, return answer. That should be it. There you go. It works. Let's submit. So that's how you solve this problem. If you have any doubts, do let me know down below. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.